Hey guys, so tonight I'm going to make another recipe from Grandma's cookbook, The Love of Cooking, and I'm making sweet kaak. This happens to be my favorite time in the kitchen with Cat Mommy in full swing now. At 9 o'clock at night, the kitchen's quiet, it's empty, I get it to myself, I get to, do some recipes and share with you guys, so I apologize for the darkness, but the sweet kaak has always been a favorite of mine growing up. If you guys know what kaak is, it's like a savory ring kind of cracker. It's a circle, it generally has a lot of seeds in it, coriander, nigella seeds, some sesame seeds. And it's great with like a cup of coffee or a break fast favorite with some string cheese. It's like a staple. Most Syrian households have it. Sweet kaak is a version where it's like a little bit sweeter than general savory kaak, but it still gives you that traditional taste. It's more of like a cookie than a cracker, this one, but still so delicious and so yummy. So I'm using Grandma's recipe with one slight change. I'll post her original and let you know the switch up. So we're starting with 3 eggs and 3/4 cup of sugar, and we're gonna beat that until it's creamy. Okay, and I have everything pre-measured, make it faster to go. Okay, awesome. So we're gonna cream that together. Now, Grandma Ray uses orange extract and rind. I'm just gonna go ahead and use orange juice. I think it's easier, it's simpler, but I will post the original recipe so you can see what she uses. All right, we're gonna beat that till it's creamy. We're gonna add the oil, the orange juice, and vanilla. Okay, perfect. I have a cup of oil right here. Also, a little tidbit about measuring cups in general. These measuring cups are meant for liquid, and the ones you use like these are meant for solids. So really never measure flour, sugar, anything in these. Those are better off in cups, and also recipes will say leveled or unleveled or packed. Like flour, you want to level in these kinds of cups. Brown sugar usually says packed, so you want to pack it in, make sure there's no air pockets. But these generally, water, oil, get measured in these kind of liquid measuring cups. Okay, and to my orange juice, I'm probably going to add a tablespoon. So let's go with that, a heaping tablespoon. Actually, 2 tablespoons, why not? Okay, 2 tablespoons of orange juice and a half a teaspoon of vanilla, and we're gonna mix that all up. Okay, once that's done, I'm going to now add, I have 3 cups of flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. I'm going to gradually add it in while it's mixing. I actually also am going to add salt, a half a teaspoon. Her recipe doesn't call for it, but I generally like adding salt into baked goods. I think it gives it something it needs. Okay, so I'm going to gradually add this in while it's mixing. So I let the flour mix in a little bit with the mixer, but then I'm going to finish off with a spatula and just kind of incorporating it by hand. This is very, very reminiscent of her Hamantaschen dough, Grandma's Hamantaschen dough, which is also awesome, and she actually puts orange juice in that, and that's where I got the idea to just incorporate orange juice into this. Okay, so it's a sticky dough, but the dough is sticky. My kitchen is very hot, and I think that does have a lot to do with it. The recipe calls for 3 cups of flour, and I gradually just added it in until I found the dough was workable. Okay, awesome. So now you see I have a dough that is workable. It's not sticky, but not really. You want to be able to roll it into a ball. And now I'm going to show you guys how we shape the sweet kaak. We're going to get a walnut-sized ball. It's kind of the same measurement we use for the sambusak. And you're gonna roll it into a long, just a twist. And you can roll it out in here, you can roll it in your hands. And then you're gonna connect the two, and you're gonna twist it over each other. So sweet kaak has this twisted look, as opposed to kaak that has a regular, it's a circle. Now this is a very big one, so you can go that route, or you can take one ball, you can roll it out and then kind of fold it upon itself and twist it also. which gives you smaller ones. I'm probably gonna go for the small ones, and then you can keep twisting if you feel like you have a little extra dough at the end, and go just like that. So I'm gonna go for these smaller ones. I think I like them, and I'll get more out of my dough. So I take a ball, I'm gonna roll it out, and then we're gonna kind of, you see how I have it as a U, and then I'm just gonna twist it upon itself. And I'm gonna take the top after that and keep twisting. There we go. I have my beautiful sweet kaak. I'll make one more with you guys. So again, we take the ball just like that. I'm gonna do it on here. I think because of the orange juice as opposed to the just the rinds, it is a little stickier, so I do suggest adding more flour as appropriate. Okay, so you see I have my U, and now I'm just gonna take the long strands at the end, twist them around each other, and then I'll take the top, if you see here, and kind of twist it again. And there you go. You have a really pretty twisty shape. These are gonna cook. They're gonna be crunchy, sweet, and delicious. And now I do wanna show you the topping. I'm gonna make one more. Roll it out. It's always great to do it on parchment paper right on the tray you're working on. And again, twist it upon itself. And you can make these if you want to go bigger, like I showed you, you can take 2 strands, or if you even want to go smaller, you can make them even smaller and make them kind of bite-sized. If you also want, you can just make them into circles. It's still delicious, but this is the traditional way we have sweet kaak. Okay, so now I'm gonna get to this in a second. I want to show you the topping. I have here on the stove. So I'm using apricot butter, apricot preserves. This is what I had in the house. You can use preserves or butter, doesn't matter. 4 tablespoons and 2 tablespoons water. And I'm gonna have it here. I already heated it up in my pot. You can also pop it in the microwave. I just did it quickly on the stove, and you're gonna end up with a glaze. And you're just gonna brush your sweet kaak with this apricot glaze. Yum, 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 yum. I can't, my kids are gonna be so excited when they wake up to have these for breakfast. Okay, there we go. Brush them with that glaze. And now we're gonna pop this into a 350-degree oven for 30 to 35 minutes. And like everything I make, until golden brown, more on the bottom. But the apricot preserves will also get like a nice golden sheen. So I'll put these in the oven and see when they come out. Guys, came out of the oven looking so delicious. Some of them you see are not perfect and crooked, and then there's some like these that are perfect and gorgeous. So these were in for exactly 30 minutes. If you want them a little more well done, leave them in a little longer. However, these are kind of cookies that will get a little bit harder and crunchier and cook for a few minutes longer as they rest. So give them a few minutes before you try them. They look perfect and delicious. I'm gonna give it a shot. That's what they look like inside. Just what I remember as a child. Delicious. Not too sweet. If you're looking for like a sweet, sweet chocolate chip cookie, this isn't it. But it gives you that like, it's like the sweet cousin to the savory kaak. I said it before, but really it hits the spot. Cup of coffee, and I am back in my grandma's house.